Motoko Baba officially announced that she will be retiring as All Japan Pro Wrestling president at the end of September. It's expected that Keiji Muto will take over the role, which which has been heavily rumored ever since he jumped ship from New Japan. I think he does
Anyone
take
doesn't
over.
know, that is the greatest Japanese wrestler in history.
He's definitely my favorite. Yes, I always held him in. He was like the first Japanese wrestler that I ever was like, oh my gosh, he's so freaking cool.
I hated him when I was a kid because, he always fought Sting and people like that. But,
Right.
I hated him because I was supposed to hate him, to be fair.
Yeah, the evil Gary Hart behind him. Yeah.
Such an underrated manager, by the way. People talking about great managers, they forget him. It's a crime.
Right. I think Jim Ross was talking about, we were just talking about racists, and he said, he's like, well, when Keiji Muto, aka, Great Muta, when he comes into the building, he's dressed really nice. Like, he wore like expensive suits, and he had, his face obviously was not painted, and his hair was done whatever. He's like, he turned heads with all the women in the office. Like, he was a good looking dude. He's like, we could have marketed him, but if he said whenever anybody mentioned or suggested, oh, maybe we should put the belt on Muta, they everybody just was like, wait, a Japanese guy? Like, we couldn't ever do that.
They did?
Yeah, well, and he's like, well, it wasn't even just a combo. It was a combo, because it wasn't just to put the belt on him. It was put the belt on him and make him a babyface, because he was like, well, we were lacking in top baby faces.
That never happened.
Yeah. And they were like, well, perish the thought. He has to be evil because he's Japanese. He said that was the entire logic behind it. Well, he's Japanese, therefore he's a heel. And he said,
I mean, in that respect, you can't fault Tony Khan for that latest commercial he does when he says that Asian people are always presented as heels. Like, okay, he's got a point there.
In the 90s, yeah, but I mean, in the last Asuka has been hugely cheered and has been mostly a babyface ever since she came to WWE.
She was a heel and they didn't work.
Right, nobody booed her. Io Shirai is kind of she's been a heel, but people didn't really boo her.
Yeah, that's another one that didn't work because she turned bad and it just didn't happen.
Who's gonna boo her? She's exciting to watch. Like, good lord.
Well, I'll say.
Wow.